everybody. How you doing? Start over.
What happened?
Start over.
Why? Why do we have to start over?
Because I think I came in too soon.
No, you didn't. You just jumped in ahead of me. I was getting ready to say hello and you jumped in.
Well, I think you should erase
No.
it now.
No, we're recording.
No,
We are recording.
I don't.
We are recording. We are live now. Are we? Are we live? Don't you see us?
We're live.
Are we both here?
But are we Memorex?
We're not Memorex, no, but we're Energizer bunnies. We keep on going.
No.
We don't stop. We keep on going.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Opposite Saxes.
We are so polished. We just are such professionals at what we do, right?
Wrong.
Right.
It's 1 o'clock Thursday. Do you know where you are?
I do know where I am, and you know what? We are brought to you by a real professional, and that's Irving Chung. Irving Chung, who is a franchise specialist. And you know what? That almost doesn't even say enough about Irving, because he's a franchise guru. I mean, if there was ever a question you had about franchising, the ins and outs, the cost, the ups, the downs, the possibilities, Irving's got the answers. And you don't have to have a pile of money and say, okay, I'm ready to go into franchising. No, you can just reach out and have a friendly, informal, no charge conversation with him, and he will tell you all about franchising. The big ones, the small ones, if you want to get a group of people together to go in on a franchise, fine. But there are some really interesting, phenomenal new franchises that you wouldn't even think about. Things like pet grooming, things like pest control, things like bookkeeping. There's franchises that you can set up and get going within a very short period of time with very little money outlay. He even has programs to help you with the money to put down into the franchise. He gave a presentation a couple weeks ago, and he said that many of the people that go into franchising, they get their investment back within the first year or two. So all the money that they've invested, they get back, and now everything else beyond that is profit. And you can do it on a part-time basis or a full-time basis. He's such a nice guy too.
So you're saying that everybody should listen to you and turn us off and call?
No, after the show, call Irving.
Oh.
Well,
I don't know.
Because when you call Irving, you have to say to him, we heard about you on Opposite Saxes with Stuart and Lauren. And if there's any considerations there, they said you're a good guy. I said, I know a guy. So look into franchising.
It's very good.
Yeah.
That should make people run.
Yes. And also, you may want to get a franchise because get a little bit more into your pocket, into your bank account and all, because you know what's coming up this weekend?
This weekend.
Big weekend.
Oh,
because
yes.
It's
a big weekend for you.
It's a big weekend for everybody, because by Monday at 6 p.m., you better have your taxes done. So that means it's going to be a big weekend for a lot of people throwing together their taxes the last minute on the computer, either doing it themselves, or keep in mind, a lot of the accountants, most of the accountants probably will be open on a Saturday and Sunday.
Didn't it used to be like around the 1st of April? Was it always around this time? I guess it was.
April 15th is tax day.
Yeah.
And if that falls on a Saturday or a Sunday, you get an extra day.
Yeah.
Or so. But this year, the 15th is on Monday. So that means if it ain't done this weekend, then you better scramble, because you only got till I think it's 6 o'clock till now. Some of the post offices.
No, I thought it's a midnight deadline.
It has to be postmarked by midnight.
Right.
But that's assuming that you have a post office that's going to be.
Yeah, they all do. I think they're all supposed to be
until midnight.
Yeah.
That day on the 15th.
Yeah. But the thing is, I never realized I don't know if it's so good that I'm publicizing it, but I never realized if you didn't have a postmark by midnight on the 15th, they don't really do anything. I mean, I thought you used to fill out a form that would say your taxes are gonna be late.
Well, you can ask,
Form to
no,
fill out.
no, you can go online and you can go to the government and you can ask for an extension. And I think you can get 30 days, 60 days, 90 days and all extended in order to get your taxes in. And it's usually because there's either some reports you're waiting for that didn't come in. I mean, folks,
I don't know.
the bottom line is, and we have always done it. And there's a lot of young people. Our son does his own taxes. Our daughter does her own taxes.
No, she doesn't.
Doesn't she?
No.
Oh, okay. Our son does his own taxes
He
and
might.
he does it online. I have never, ever done our taxes. We've always had an accountant go over the taxes. Because it
Yeah, I just don't wanna take that chance.
right, because they're the ones that do the studying all year long in order to prepare the new regulations for that coming year to make sure that you get everything that you deserve.
But supposedly online, I mean, they really walk you through it and it's supposed to be fairly easy.
Well, you know,
I mean,
there's,
unless you have a lot of things you've bought and sold a lot.
yeah,
You know,
there's tax programs, you know, TurboTax is probably the one of the most well-known. Even H&R Block now has a
I'm sure they do, they
a
all do.
computer program that you can do through H&R Block. So you do all of the work and they charge you a fee.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be as big of a fee as if you walked in and you sat down with somebody.
Hey, but if H&R Block doesn't have to do all of the work and they can still get a fee,
I don't blame them, I
Yeah,
would too.
yeah. But I don't trust my ability to go into a tax program and make sure that there are, you know, everything is there. I mean, sure, you got your social security payments, you got your medical payments, you've got all of the things, and that's easy to plug in. But if there were, for instance, donations, if there
I'm
were,
sure there's a line item.
no,
that
there's a
we-
line item, but sometimes that line item is broken down into categories. And now you gotta go through all your paperwork to say, how much did I give to nonprofit? How much miscellaneous, furniture donations, as well as monetary
I think
donations.
it's easy. I think that part is easy.
Online,
Yeah, I think it's the buying and selling of stocks, if you've done any of that.
the
If you've
the
sold a
dividends
car,
that you, yeah,
if you've bought a house, that
Yeah.
gets a little tricky.
yeah. I guess you're
You
right,
know.
but I don't have enough confidence that I would hit that send button
Mhm.
and feel confident enough to know that I missed something, I overlooked
No,
something.
I agree.
And what I overlooked is probably something that could have been a part of a refund
Yeah, no, I agree
coming back.
with you on that one.
You know, I mean, people in our age category, some of them are definitely on just straight fixed incomes. And it's real easy because they make the same amount every year and they have almost the same deductions every year. And so it could be easy enough to do it yourself. Um,
I
but
just like to get it done as
yeah,
quickly as possible, and I start January 1.
you do.
I start
You're
and,
very good. You start making little piles of
but,
stuff and
you
putting
know,
it together.
this year, for
And
whatever reason,
well, the holdup is that if you are invested in the market, or you have a portfolio manager, a company,
mhm,
Merrill Lynch, or you know
right,
what's one
right,
of you have to
Edward
wait.
Jones,
You have to wait for the reports.
right.
And for instance, almost every year we get a report around the beginning of March that says the reports are going to be delayed.
Yeah.
Watch for the reports because they should be coming. And then the 15th of the month, you're calling and saying, where's my reports? We're waiting for them. They should be coming pretty soon. And we always usually get them around the beginning of April.
Well, and then if there's a death in the family, there's a problem with, that could be a problem with that. If there's a divorce in the family, there could be a problem with that.
Oh,
I
if there's a
mean,
divorce in the family, there's a problem with more than just your taxes.
Well, let's just say the taxes and not going.
Well, yeah, but that's another line item you have to fill out. That, like the little alimony line and the child support line.
But what's nice is that instead of mailing them like we used to do, you can just do it online. That is a pleasure.
Yeah, and I mean, I've always been kind of skeptical about this DocuSign.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's you just type in your name and it shows up as like your signature. Well, in a court of law, I guess I could argue, wait a minute, that's not my signature.
Well, but you agree to the DocuSign,
I
so,
agree to give you a signature that's not really my signature, you know. Yeah, I mean,
well, just like the kids don't learn how to sign their name anymore in school.
of
They
course
don't know
not.
cursive.
That's right.
So, I mean,
I know they're
nobody's signing anything anymore.
they're trying to
They're
make it easy.
Yeah.
And have you noticed, because I have to give you the credit, that you're the one that really does a lot of the organizing of the information to take. We probably give more to our accountant than we really need to, but you always like to make sure that no stone goes
Well,
unturned.
wait a minute. Excuse me. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, that's the
So
form that
he
they send.
provides, our accountant provides us and says, please provide the following information.
Yeah,
And you have to put in any other tax returns that he might need, a copy of any wages, W-2s.
right. That's
1099, Schedule K-1s, a mortgage. Do you have a mortgage? He wants all the information on that. Statements from stocks or
But
bonds.
don't you take over a big manila envelope filled with all kinds of stuff?
Yeah,
Like your
the stuff he asked for.
oh, so you don't have any backup that he
The backup,
uses?
no, they don't want any of that anymore.
Oh, okay.
I
So if
just give
they
them
need
a
it,
piece of
they ask you.
paper and saying, this is how much we spent in medical, because I've added that up in donations.
Okay,
They don't want any of the supporting documents. They want supporting documents sometimes, like on the 1099s or K-1s or mortgage. They might want to see your closing statement from the house. They don't want to know how much you spent or how much you put down
so
or how
you
much it's
just keep
worth.
all the backup stuff, which is about 4 inches thick.
Yeah,
And just to keep in the file for 7 years.
yeah. Yeah, I do. And then it's 7 years, boy, to the day, you are shredding.
Every year on the first, we get rid of that 7th year.
And the only thing I could think of that we do wrong is not having our taxes in a fireproof box. So that if we had a fire in the house and that room that has the taxes in it happened to go up in smoke, we don't have any documentation then for any of those years.
Well, but the accountant does. The account,
He doesn't have the backup. He has,
well, he's got all the tax
He's
returns
got-
that we prepared, he's got
right,
them.
but
there.
he doesn't have the backups because if we're audited, I don't have anything to show him how I arrived at those numbers.
Well, if an auditor shows up at the house, you just tell him, just watch out for the burnt floor and all of that when you go in the back looking for the backup.
That'll get you far, real far.
Fortunately, for all of us, they say that there are not enough tax
Yeah,
advisors.
yeah, amongst other things,
That
yes.
they're trying to get more people to work at the IRS. And I mean, I can't imagine that there are people standing in line to work for such a thankless job as auditing
Well, you don't
taxes
know what
all
they're
day.
paid.
Hmm?
You don't know what they're paid.
Well, if it was a really high paying job, they wouldn't have any vacancies.
No, but maybe a lot of them are aging out. And the young people definitely don't wanna do taxes,
Yeah,
or maybe they do,
maybe they do.
yeah.
If they
we
go to
don't know.
school to study accounting, but to get a job just going through taxes. And I always wonder who does the government, how do they decide who to audit? I mean, businesses, I can understand, they might want us to keep an eye out and scrutinize businesses and all, but the millions and millions and millions and millions of people that are sending in their personal taxes. Uh,
Well, I thought it
if they're
was,
sending a check along with their
Yeah.
tax return, you know, you ain't gonna hear from them. Chances are,
I think if
but
they've made a heck of a lot of money,
if you get a big return,
either a return or if you've made a lot of money, but you are sheltering the monies and you don't owe anything on the monies that the interest you've
you
made
mean
or the
like,
monies
you
you've
mean
made.
like the big corporations in this country.
Yeah, yeah, but now your sister has been audited a couple times and in a row,
Well,
twice in a row.
my,
And
my
so we
sister,
don't know.
sister is a very suspicious person.
Well, we think that was a roll of the dice. That she
Well,
just got lucky, at least I thought that's what the
my
accountant said.
sister has invested well over the years. She is single. And so she has saved and invested a lot
She's
of
a
her
very
money, and
good
so
saver.
she's made money on her money.
Yeah, she's a good
And so
saver.
for a single lady who is living in a house that's paid for, and she has no real financial obligations,
Yeah.
she goes out and buys her car for cash when she gets a new car. You know, they might look and say, hey, wait, you know, I remember once when we went to buy was it our second home?
Mhm.
Uh, and they asked us for some information about
For credit, they
our
wanted to
credit,
check our credit,
a credit check.
right?
We had nothing. We pay off
Yeah, we paid everything.
we pay our credit
Right,
cards
and we were shocked.
in full. We had no we had one car at the time that we had a lease payment, but we didn't owe anybody anything. So we had no record of payment, regular payments
Right.
to see if we were a good risk.
And they told us
And
it was
they
very
looked at us
difficult. Yeah,
crosswise,
right.
you know, I mean,
I remember that.
yeah, you know, and then the banker was saying, well, wait a minute, let me have a list of all the credit cards that you pay on every month.
At that time, I think
We
we
had
only had
one,
one, yeah.
you know, oh, one, okay, and how much do you owe them? You know, like
Nothing.
thinking thousands of zero. Zero, what do you mean? We pay it off every month.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Oh, wait a minute. So we don't have any history of your ability to pay. My ability to pay is I pay it off in full every month.
Yeah, you had a hard time understanding that. You got a little puffy.
Yeah, I did because I thought, wait a minute, you're looking at me crazy, like I'm crazy.
We got the house.
Because we did get the house, but that was thanks
Yes,
to
we
the
did.
VA.
Oh,
Because we used a VA
yeah.
mortgage
yeah.
on that one. But
Well, at any rate, I hope it's easy for you guys. I hope.
yep, whether you're gonna do it via the internet and do it on your own, fine, just double, triple, quadruple check your work before you hit the send button. And if they ask you for you know, a electronic signature, do it. I would prefer that they send you the completed documents and then say, here, sign it, put it, they used to sign
They
it and
used to.
put it in this envelope.
You can
and-
request
and
it, but it'll take forever for you to get a refund
and
if
it-
you're entitled to one.
Well, yeah, and there's,
And
wait,
then the mail,
you
you can't trust the mail anymore.
I mean,
So,
a few years ago, the accountant said your taxes are ready. I say, okay, I'll come over and I'll sign it and then mail it in.
you could do that.
Yeah, but
But
then they
the-
said, well, starting next
Who
year, we're
does
gonna
that?
do DocuSign.
Yeah, and who does that? And then the mail loses it.
Oh, boy,
So I'd rather not put it in the mail, but be that as it may.
but
Have a good week, guys.
have a good weekend. Get your taxes
it
done
done.
by tomorrow, so
Get
you
it
can
done.
enjoy your weekend and all, and put Monday behind you. and
Right.
Just wait for that big check to come in the mail. Okay? Bye.
Bye.